All right, folks, welcome back to the Tahoe Outdoors Show. We just got off of the Tahoe Gal, and now we're here back in South Tahoe Public Utility District. And if you guys are ever wondering what happens after you press a little lever on your toilet and hit flush, well, Ross Johnson's got the answer. So what exactly happens after you make a deposit?
Well, some people are surprised about what happens, but basically that wastewater enters a collection system that is about 300 miles in length total and comes to one of 40 pump stations that pump to this treatment plant. And once that water arrives here, it goes through a series of complex treatment processes. One of them is activated sludge that you can see behind us, which is basically an acceleration of what would happen in nature. It's a bacteriological process.
And that's essentially what the rivers do. By sending it down through the rivers and running over so much rock, that's essentially sort of what breaks it up and disinfects it, right? That natural process you're referring to.
It is a natural process, and it's mostly accomplished by bacteria in the water.
So what happens after all that water is disinfected? Does it just drain into the lake, or do you guys pump it into the lake?
No, there's a California state law, the Port of Cologne Act, that requires all even treated wastewater to be pumped outside the watershed of Lake Tahoe. So it's pumped 27 miles away to a reservoir in Alpine County. And from there it's used for irrigation over the summer months for alfalfa fields where ranchers grow alfalfa for feed mostly.
Okay, so that is down through the Carson Valley. So it goes down into Alpine County, and then it goes where from there? Into which Alpine?
It's 100% land applied in Alpine County with a group of 5 or 6 ranchers that applied on their own lands, and it's all absorbed on their land, so it doesn't cross the state line.
Okay, so then you get your disinfected water there. Then what about the solids? Because that's got to break up. What do you do with the solids?
Well, the solids are actually all collected here, and they're dewatered in a high-speed centrifuge and loaded into bins. And those bins are transported to Bentley. What used to be Bentley Agrodynamics is now Bentley Ranch, where it's composted with wood chips. Well, also mostly from the Lake Tahoe area.
Wow, so essentially you're deriving products from this wastewater and putting them to use in other landforms and in other facets. And I mean, does it all recycle?
It all recycles, and there's not that many plants that can say that. So 100% of the water, the effluent, and 100% of the biosolids get recycled and really put back into the land, into nature.
That's a great use of our wastewater, essentially, and what we just see as a flush. What else can you tell us, something interesting about the district?
Well, it takes 115 people to accomplish the wastewater treatment, along with supplying potable water to most of South Lake Tahoe and the outlying area. The pumping over the hill is very expensive. That costs about $1 million a year in power alone, just for that. And we spend about $2 million in power a year overall. So really it's a fairly large operation. The district is governed by a 5-member board, and they make all the important decisions that keeps the district running, makes us a reliable utility, and allows us to continue to protect the lake.
Very cool.
So we're here on the biggest flow day on the 4th of July, and we're also here on the shortest day and doing the job.
There you go. So think about that next time you flush the toilet and everything that goes on here at South Tahoe Public Utility District. We'll be back after this break.